All right, so I want to go backwards here for a second because we went through those 7 things. Now, when I show you this thing that has all of those 7 things, that's producing the 6-figure earners, that's produced a nearly $100,000 in a month earner, and it's doing it all for 33 cents a day, I want to show you how it has all of the 7 things built in it already for you right now. And I want to show you how we've added some things extra as a community here. You were invited to something that, really special. We're going to actually help you complete the tiny little simple steps that you need to do every single day when you have all these 7 things in place. So high converting and fast moving. If you haven't taken the free tour yet, reach out to us and get that free tour link, because here's what's happening. If you look at what's going on in this image here, every single minute of every single day, people are taking a free tour. All of those free tours are time stamped. Now, you can either go above them, like this person in the green, if that were you, and you locked in and you took the tour ahead of all these other people that we're inviting as a team, then they would be going potentially under you, but definitely after you in this business. So they can either go before you or they can go after you, but it's all based on when you took the free tour. So we have urgency built into this business, right? And I'm going to show you why we have scarcity here in a second. But again, every single minute of every single day, people are locking in spots just by taking the free tour. That will lock in your spot so that anybody who comes in after you gets placed after you. So you could potentially be getting paid from the people who took the tour after you. And so every Thursday night, those spots, if they're not paid for, the people who only have a free tour, they get dropped all the way to the bottom. But the people who paid, they get dropped into this matrix that you're seeing built here on the right-hand side, this animation here. That's what happens. They get dropped into this matrix one after the other based on when they took the free tour. So here's what happens. It shortens the buying cycle to less than 7 days because this happens every Thursday night. So every Thursday, there's a frenzy of people. So for example, every single day, we get at least 3,000 paid members into this company. On Thursdays, we generally get at least 7,000 paid members because this frenzy happens. People are like, I want to get into this matrix. I want to make sure I secure my spot because I don't want to lose my spot and have people coming in after me and getting the spot that I would have had, right? And so what happens is it shortens the buying cycle to less than 7 days because every Thursday this happens. So when I said you used to have to wait 90 to 180 days or more to get paid from the most of the people who are going to buy, now it's creating right now conversions in your business because there's urgency, right? Every Thursday it happens, but there's also scarcity. If you see all these little red guys going in here, there's only one spot. And once they fill that spot, it's gone. And so there is scarcity in that spot, right? It's only one spot. Urgency and scarcity built into the business. And so again, what happens is as you get better placement, you can be potentially creating additional income off of people that you did not bring into this company, into this business, into this opportunity, into what I'm about to show you. And we have people who right now, who based on timing, have over 700 and up to 1,000 people placed after them that they're actually getting paid on every single month just because they locked in their spot. Can you imagine getting paid on 700 to 1,000 people just because you decided, number one, to take the free tour, number two, to lock in your spot by paying a ridiculously low fee. And I told you this only costs 33 cents a day ongoing. Can you imagine getting paid on 700 to 1,000 people? That's how we do it. So number 6, so we're going backwards here. Remember, we started at 7, we're going to number 6, shareholder income. Now I told you that I'm getting close to, we've got some members in this community on this call right now who are very close to getting what I call this shareholder income. That's getting paid on not just the people you bring in and the people that they bring in and the people that they bring in. It's getting paid on every single dime that all of the people on the entire company spend. And so far, there are about 400,000 people in this company. We're expected to grow easily to 1 million by the end of the year. But right now, there are people getting shareholder income, which means they're getting paid on every single dime that is spent in this company by those 400,000 people. That is why this man that you see here, who has created over $300,000 in income in just 6 months on a 33 cents per day. If you think you can't get paid on a business that's 33 cents per day, think again, because we're creating 2 brand new 6-figure earners every single week. And this man right here has earned over $300,000 and last month made nearly $100,000 in a single month. Next month, he will absolutely have that. But this month, he made nearly $100,000 in a month on a business that costs 33 cents per day because of this shareholder income. Are you starting to see the power of being able to get paid, not just on your efforts, not just on the efforts of a team that you build, but on the efforts of an entire company? It's changing the entire industry. It's changing the game for everybody. It's blown my mind and changed how I think about how I want to grow my business. If I grow anything outside of this ever for the rest of my life, it will have shareholder income, because why shouldn't it when it can do something like you're seeing right here? And number 5, again, remember, leverage. To be able to create more working less, there's got to be systems, training, and community in place. You were invited here by a person who's part of a community of a couple thousand people right now. This community has systems in place. This call that we're doing right now is part of a system, right? I'm doing this presentation for you so you don't have to do it. You don't even have to show up to them. If you just send people here, I'm going to be building your business for you, or whoever joins me in these presentations are going to be building your business for you. That's systems. We've got sites for you to use. We've got emails for you to use. We've got training for you to use. We've got communities in place. We've got chat groups and other groups in place for you to use as leverage for yourself, but also for the people that you bring in. Because as you build a team, typically in the past, if you were able to build a big team, it was a nightmare. It was like owning a huge company, right? Because you had to manage all of those people. But what if you could bring in and drop your people into a system where you knew they'd be taken care of, where you knew they'd be trained, where you knew they'd be helped by people who were loving, who were helping, who were caring, who wanted other people to succeed? That's what we have here at the Job Free Revolution. We are a team of people who want to help people. We're a team of people who love people. We're a team of people who want to see people get free in the biggest way possible, so you have leverage there for you. You're watching the leverage right now happen for you. Retention. I'm going to talk about what our product is and some of the products within the product, and I'll make sense of that here in a second. But you've got to have something that people want. And again, I told you earlier, we have 400,000 paid members inside of 6 months. That's never happened in any company in this industry ever. 400 paid members inside of 6 months has never happened. We're on pace to hit 1 million members inside of a year. That's never happened ever. So we have a product that people absolutely want. The numbers show that. In the beginning of the presentation, I said, what is the one thing that proves that people actually want your product? They pull out their wallets, they pull out their credit card, and they buy. We have 400,000 paid members inside of 6 months. Absolutely incredible. So what we have, people want. Are they already buying what you have? The answer is yes. You're going to see here in a second. But for example, I'll just give my own example, and I'll show you real world examples in a second. I'm saving $140 a month on stuff I was already buying. So I'm paying $9.95 a month, which is that 33 cents a day, that $9.95 a month is saving me $140 at least every single month on stuff I was already buying. Can you see why we have 400,000 members inside of 6 months? When you save $140 in every single month like clockwork, I have $140 that I didn't have before I plugged into this. I'm going to show you why saving isn't just saving, it's actually cash flow. And I'm going to show you that here in a second. Thing number 3, exponential income. I want you to remember this image here. I want you to remember that I told you that I'm getting paid on over 2,000 people, over 2,100 people. I think it's probably over 2,200 by the time I'm done with this presentation, every single day, whether I get out of bed or not. It's because of what you're seeing here. As people register their free spot, they get placed in that line. As they pay, they actually get placed into our teams, into what we call our matrix. And it doesn't matter if I put them there. It doesn't matter if Rob put them there. It doesn't matter if Vashti put them there, or Tessa, or Bob, or Craig, or it doesn't matter who put them there. I get paid on them. That's how I'm getting paid on 2,200 people and growing by the day. That grows some days by 100 people. Imagine if you could be on vacation at the beach for a day, come home and have 100 more paychecks. That's what exponential income is. And because we're growing so fast, remember momentum and timing, because we're growing so fast, my business and the business of every person on this call, whoever invited you here, is part of this same business, the same team. And we are growing and scaling super, super quickly because of momentum, because of timing, because of all of those 7 things that I'm talking to you about that this opportunity has for us. So thing number 2, right now income. We get paid $25 every time every person comes into the business with us every Thursday. So we never have to wait any more than 7 days to actually get paid. We get paid right away, but it's just not on our efforts. Again, it's on the efforts of lots and lots of people. We get matching bonuses. So every person that you bring into this business personally, you match 50% of their income, 50%. Now you'll get percentages down levels and levels and levels and levels. And we actually get paid not just levels, we get paid on generations of people. Generations means you don't get blocked out of income. It means you get paid on your organ. No matter how big your organization grows, you can get paid on basically that whole organization because we get paid on generations. But I just want you to look at this image here and know that, for example, if you were making $2,000 by yourself, as you start growing a team, that income starts to grow because you're matching the income of your entire team. And I want to show you an example of that. This is a real example of somebody inside of our company who their own income, what they earned personally, was $1,082.75. That's what they produced. Here's what they earned on top of that because of matching. $24,545.81. That's a month, in 1 month. So the income they earned personally. So for example, if you went in, clocked out at your job, and you personally made $1,000, 82 cents and $82.75. If you had a job, that would be all you could earn. But because you have a business that has all of these 7 elements in it, including this exponential income, now you get matching bonuses. You're getting paid on the efforts of the people you bring in, that they bring in, that they bring in, that they bring in, that they bring in, right? Remember I said generations. So instead of $1,000, what if instead you had an extra $24,545.81 on work you didn't do? Somebody else did it. Lots of somebody else's did it. That's how you create wealth. That's how you create time, money, freedom simultaneously. That is what wealth is. Thing number one, done for you. We've got everything here is done for us. The websites, the emails, the systems, the products are done for us. The shipping is done for us. The customer service is done for us. The paying of everybody is done for us. We don't have to deal with merchant accounts. We don't have to do with anything. All we have to do are take a couple of steps every single day to get people to presentations just like this. That's it. We share the links that other people give to us, and that's all we've got to do. All of the hard, techy, time-consuming, expensive stuff is done for us. And we do the simple work of sharing the links that are provided for us, and the system takes care of us after that. As a part of this team, as a part of the company that I'm going to show you, you get websites and systems and tools and all of the stuff that you need. But because you were blessed enough to land in a place that has lots and lots of people who have been doing this for a living. I've been doing this for a living for almost 20 years. We've got people on this call that you'll hear about here in a second that have been doing this for longer than me. And there are people on this and part of this community, part of this team, part of the Job Free Revolution that have special skills that we are just sharing with you. We're just giving away. We're giving you every single thing we have for free because we want you to build. And why? Listen, this isn't all like altruistic and we're the greatest people in the world and we're just sharing. This image here, here's why we do it. Part of it. Yes, we love you. Yes, we want to help you. Yes, we want to get as many people as free as possible. But I want you to know that there is a reward in helping others. This is it. It's making $1,000 on your own and $24,000 outside of yourself just for helping people, right? And so we've got done for you systems and pages and presentations just like this. We've got training that shows you exactly how to get people to presentations like this, 100% free. We've got emails and swipe copy and ads and images and everything that you need to go out there and build your business. It's handled for you. So for example, I put an email into our chat group today. You may have gotten an email that I wrote or that somebody else wrote, right? Because we are leveraging the skills and the talents and the resources of a group that has a ton of skills and talent and resources, right? So we're leveraging the skills of each other to build a business. And one of those things is being able to, I've been writing emails for almost 20 years now. So I can write up an email that gets people to want to watch something. That takes me a minute. Whereas it might take you a day to come up with something that does that, just not because you're not smart enough or talented enough, because it's just new to you. What if somebody just gave you the email? Copy, paste, send. That's it. And that's what most of the people did here today. And we've got 24/7 help. We've got chat groups, support groups where you can get inspiration and guidance right from your phone 24/7. Whenever you've got a question or whenever you just need a little bit of guidance, or if you just want to pop in there and hang out with an awesome community of people who are just like you. One of the things that's tough about being an entrepreneur, about building a business, is that it can be lonely, right? Because there aren't a lot of us. I'd like to think that everybody would want to be one of us, but not everybody does. And so it gives you a group that you can plug into that everybody's just like you. We're having the same challenges. We're having the same successes. We've got the same questions. We've had the same experiences. We've got the same mission. We've got the same heart to serve people. You can plug into that community anytime and get whatever you want: help, support, guidance, inspiration, just a place to hang out with really cool people who love you and want to help you. And so what I want to introduce you to is this company that I've been talking about the entire time. That company is called LiveGood. And we stumbled as a group of us. Most of us have been here at least a couple of months. Maybe some of us have only been here a day or two, and that's fine too. I got here in the beginning of February, and we started growing this thing. And again, for all of the reasons I described, I fell in love with LiveGood. And I want to talk to you a little bit about what it is. I'm going to give you a message from the founders. I want to play for you. I'm going to stop sharing here for a second. And I want to play for you a little recording from the CEO of this company.
All right, guys, let's talk about the network marketing industry and how it works. So as a lot of you guys know, all these products, nutritional products, supplements, skincare products, They all cost about $8 to $12 to make on average, right? But companies are selling them for $60, $80, even over $100, so they can pay out a lot of money in the compensation plan. Does that work? It works for maybe 1% of the people who are actually making money in the company. Works for another 3 or 4% who are making a little bit of money or making enough to cover their monthly product expense. But 95% of the people in the company who get in for the reason of making money are making little to nothing. Haven't signed up a single person, haven't sold a single product. Some of that's their fault, some of it's not. It is hard to sell a product for 60 or 80 bucks when your friends can see a very similar product on Amazon for half the price. Let me put things in perspective for you. What if everything in your life was network marketing? What if everything had a compensation plan? And what if you made money every time you referred anyone to anything? A restaurant, a movie, a hotel, the grocery store, right? Let me give you some examples. What if your friend told you about where he goes to get his haircut? And normally a haircut costs 15 bucks. But because it's network marketing and you need that 6 to 8x markup, you're gonna pay $80 for that haircut. So your friend, the person who referred you to that barber, can make a $20 commission, right? Would you pay $47 for a cheeseburger so your friend can make 12? How about a can of beans at the grocery store? Costs $1.50, but because it's network marketing, it's gonna be 12 bucks. But hey, your upline's gonna make 5 bucks on it, so it's okay. No, it's not okay. I don't understand why in every other aspect of our lives, none of that stuff is okay, but somehow in network marketing, it's accepted that you're gonna overpay for products. It makes absolutely no sense. You've got people at the top of the compensation plan driving around in brand new Mercedes. You got company owners posting pictures of flying around in private jets. And then you've got single moms struggling just to make ends meet, trying to make a little bit of extra money and buying an overpriced product just so the owner can fly around in a private jet, just so their upline can make 50 bucks. They're making nothing. Guys, it's time for a change. This industry is broken, and we're gonna fix it.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. So that was Ben Galinsky, one of the co-founders of LiveGood, talking about why we started here. And remember, I said at the beginning of the call that it's helpful. You need to have some sort of why or a mission that you can stand on or stand behind and it helps to have a group of people standing on that mission. And all of us here on this call right now, whoever invited you here on this call, really believes in what we're doing here. We believe in not just helping people, but in changing the entire industry so that we can help more people and more people and more people. And again, people are loving the mission because, again, 400,000 people, which has never happened, not even close, inside of 6 months so far. So this is the 33 cents per day membership that pays big. What LiveGood is, it's not a set of products, right? LiveGood is a membership community. We pay $9.95 a month. So similar to, I want you to think about Costco or Amazon, but better, because Costco or Amazon doesn't pay you, right? I want you to think about, I like to say this isn't traditional network marketing. It's not direct sales. It's not affiliate marketing. It's a hybrid of all of those businesses combined together because we have elements of all of them, but it's not singularly like any one of those things. It's just way, way better. There's no auto ships, right? You don't have to come in and pay $200, $100, $150, $200 a month. You don't have to come in and pay $500 or $1,000 or even $2,000 or $3,000 for these big like startup packages. And why do they have those big startup packages? You want to know why? Because in this industry, mostly the average person stays 2.8 months and leaves. Again, I told you we have a 96% retention rate after 6 months. 96%. That's including all of the 400,000 people, a 96% retention rate after 6 months. It's unheard of in this industry. It doesn't happen, but it does now because of what we're doing. We've got something that people want. It just makes sense to pay $9.95 for a membership and then get what we want because we want it, because we love it, not because we're forced into it, because we need to. I've been in companies in the past where I had to spend like $200 a month just to qualify for the compensation plan. You don't have to make any purchases to qualify for the compensation plan here. As a matter of fact, there's no requirements to get paid. We've got people getting paid here who have not enrolled a single person. I don't recommend that. I don't recommend building a business that way. But as they're building, we are helping them build because it's a community build. So it can make you feel better to come in knowing that you're going to have a community that's building with and for you as you are building your business. So no auto ships, no overpriced products. I'm going to show you in a second. Again, I am saving over $140 every single month on products my family and I were already taking. And now we're actually starting to take more of the products that we enjoy and that we need and that we love because they're so inexpensive that we can all take them. And before it was like I would take them or my wife would take them, maybe my son would take them, and we're all taking them because it makes sense, because they're so inexpensive and because the quality, which I'll show you in a minute, the quality is insanely high. Again, I said there's no requirements to earn, although I showed you that image of the matching bonuses. That's why you do want to build. If you want to come in here, it just makes sense to actually build a real business. And when we've got 3,000 to 7,000 people a day, that people want what you have, so you can feel good about going into the marketplace. For example, when I was in those companies where it cost me $200 a month just to maintain my auto ship so I could get paid, I didn't feel good about it. That's why I left. I didn't feel good about going to my family or a friend, or let alone a stranger. I didn't feel good about going to anybody saying, hey, this is only $200 a month. It only cost the company $10 or $12 to make. And then they were because they had to pay 10, 15, 20 people. There's 20 hands in the pockets of that $200 to pay out in this compensation plan. That's why it costs so much. But LiveGood is changing that with this membership. And I'm going to talk to you about this membership here in a second. But the cool thing is that we get to buy what we want, when we want it, because we love it and it works. Like, I wouldn't be buying all of these products every single month if they didn't work, right? For example, I've got an Amazon membership. I think it's up to $14.95 now. I think it actually just got billed today, but I think it's up to $14.95. Maybe it's more, maybe it's less. I don't really know, but I pay for Amazon every single month. It doesn't mean that I have to buy certain products. There are certain products that I generally get, and I save money on the shipping because I pay that Amazon fee. And so it's worth it to me. But I don't have to buy anything at Amazon. The same as you don't have to buy anything at LiveGood, but you're going to want to, because you're probably already taking what they have, or you're going to be taking what they come out with. And it's going to be, I promise you, it's going to be less, and it's going to be higher quality. Isn't it cool that it can be less in cost and higher in quality? And I've said this before. When I first got started in LiveGood, I looked at the products inside of the membership first. Would I buy those products, and would I take those products? Because I'm what I call an ingredient snob. I don't put anything into my body or on my body that isn't organic and clean and has only like real ingredients that I can pronounce and that I know what they are. There's no fillers, there's no additives, there's no dyes, there's no colors, there's no pesticides, there's no yuck to them. If there was, I wouldn't be here, because I am an ingredient snob. That's the first thing that I looked at. I didn't even know how good the income opportunity was, but the first thing I wanted to know was, would I actually buy the products inside of the membership? And as soon as I saw them, I said, wow. Right now, I could one product, and I'll show you, one product saved me $80 immediately. And here's what I was talking about, cash flow. You're creating cash flow when you save. And this is one of those things that it's a different way to think about money. So I'm saving $140 a month because I was already spending that $140. That $140 is cash flow. It's cash flow into my life that I didn't have before. So I increased my cash flow by $140 a month just by spending $9.95. I increased my cash flow by 140. So if I never made a dime by building this company, I'm making $140 a month extra than I was making before I got here. Absolutely incredible. Getting healthier and taking amazing products that are healthier than what I was taking prior that I was paying more for. And I'll get to that in a second. And again, we're saving 75% or more, which means we are increasing our cash flow by that much. And you can get an entire yearly business for less than $140. Now, I want you to think about that. I'm going to show you some real actual incomes here in a second, but I've already talked to you about we're creating 2 six-figure earners every single week. I've already talked to you about we're creating 5,000 brand new paychecks every single week. I've already talked about there is a person who was homeless in December who just had a near $100,000 month inside of 6 months. And you could pay for this entire business up front for less than $140. I went out to dinner I took my family out to dinner the other night and I spent more than $140. It's absolutely insane what we can do here for that tiny amount. Most companies, it costs you at least $500 to start, and then you're going to spend at least that $140 every single month. For the year, you could have a business that's paying you unlimited, as much as you want. You've already seen and heard of incomes that are crazy for that $140. Just absolutely incredible. This membership model, it truly is changing the industry. And here's the reason why I think it is. I think that the best inventions, the best new things, or the best improvements, the best businesses that scale and grow super quickly, it's those things that after you see it, you're like, duh, like, why didn't I think of that? Why did somebody think of that sooner? It's the simple things. This membership model it's been going across everything else that we do. If you look at, depending on where you're at, some people have Costco, some have Sam's, some have, if you're outside of the States, you have different like shopping centers where there's memberships. I think everybody can recognize Amazon. Netflix is a membership. And so we've been going to this membership style of getting the things that we want because we can pay this tiny, small little monthly membership and get big returns on it, right? For Amazon, I can order something every single day and never pay for shipping. I never have to go to the store. It saves me gas. It saves me time. It saves me money because I spend less than $15 a month. Of course, I'm going to spend it. And I'm going to spend it forever. If you're into Netflix, you can spend whatever. I don't know what Netflix is anymore. It's probably somewhere about the same as Amazon, but you can watch as much programming as you want to for that amount of money. You don't have to. You're not obligated to watch any of the programming, but for that little amount, you can watch that. It's the reason why nobody's going to the movies anymore. They're going very infrequently or less. My son and I go a lot because we go to all the Marvel movies. We go to opening nights and stuff like that. But for the most part, we are living in a membership model community. And nobody outside of these bigger conglomerates has really figured it out. Walmart's even starting to do it now. Myers is starting to do it now. They're offering memberships, but it's not in this direct sales, or I don't like to really call us network marketing because we're a hybrid. We're a little bit in network marketing. We're a little bit affiliate marketing. We're a little bit direct sales, but nobody in this industry has figured that out except for LiveGood. And now that we have, you sit back and everyone's like, oh, why didn't I think of that? That's why it's so good, because it's so simple. But now that it's out, now that you've seen it, you can't unsee it. That's why your numbers, that's why we keep growing and growing and growing and growing. Because once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. Once you've seen it, you can't go into a company that has CBD, for example, for $80 or $100 or $120 when ours is like $18. You can't in good conscience go to anybody. You can't go to a stranger, especially can't go to somebody you know and say, hey, you want to buy this CBD? It's only $120. They're going to be like, isn't LiveGood's only 18? And you're going to be like, yeah, I guess it is. Like you can't unsee what you've seen now, right? So no longer is anybody going to pay $100 or $200 a month for stuff that they can get for $20 inside of LiveGood. And they're only paying that $100 to $200 a month so some dude can fly around in a jet. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. So 1 or 2 or 3 dudes can get a mansion and a jet, or 1 or 2 or 3 nice young women can get a jet or buy a mansion. That's what those high fees are for. And everybody else is getting ripped off. Everybody else is getting priced out of their business that they actually need. There's parents that need this. There's single moms that need this. There's grandmothers who need this. And they're getting priced out. Not anymore. We solved it. And that's why we're growing so fast. Because when people see it, they can't unsee it. And they're like, this is what I've been waiting for. So here's what I saved. My wife and I were in the process of, I was about to push the order button on AG1. A friend of mine had given me some AG1. He said he was taking it. He had some extra, and he said, take this, the Athletic Greens here. And Athletic Greens, if you don't get on auto ship, it's $100, a $99.99 for a bag of it. The next day, LiveGood came across my face, and I saw they had Super Greens. And I'm like, if I pay $9.95 for a membership, I can get it for $18, and it's actually higher quality than AG1. Yeah. So it saved me $81 right away on one product. Super Reds. We were looking at getting Super Beats. And so Super Beats is about $40. Ours is $18. So that saved me another, $21, if my math is right. Maybe it's 22. I don't know. The coffee. We were actually in the process of, somebody had sent us a sample of, and I want you guys to think about how simple this is. My dad actually sent us a sample of mud water. He sent us the whole box. Like, you can gift somebody a whole box. It's $40 a month for mud water. It's this type of organic coffee that's just mushrooms, right? Same as our organic coffee is coffee and mushrooms. So he sent us that. But I want you to think about how simple that is. My friend recommended to me AG1. My dad's not getting paid from Mudwater. My friend isn't getting paid from Athletic Greens, but they're recommending me something because they love it. They're getting good results. They like it. So that's how simple, that's why this business is growing so quickly, because we have products that people are already taking. So now I go back to that friend, for example, and say, hey, I know you're taking AG1, but I actually found this it's a higher quality product than AG1, and it's $80 less a month. For him, he was on auto ship, so I think he paid $79.99, whatever 80 minus 18 is, 60 bucks or whatever, $62. So it saved him $62 a month, right? Just recommending a product back to him. But think about how easy it is to grow a business when you have products that people are already taking in mass and paying way too much for. Another product, the multivitamin, ours is a little less than $10. I was actually spending over $30 a bottle a month. So that saved me at least $20. So that's over $140 in additional cash flow each month from a $9.95 membership. Remember, it's not that I saved $140. I was already spending it. I increased my cash flow by $140 just by being here every single month. That $9.95 increased my cash flow by $140 a month. I have $140 extra every single month because of LiveGood, whether I build it or not. That's why we have something here that's just amazing. And we have more. We've got CBD, we've got aminos. Actually, before this call, one of my favorites is I mixed the Super Greens with the aminos, a little bit of MCT and sea salt. but I get a little boost from it. I love it and I feel good. It's why I can just sit here and talk for, I don't know, I've been an hour and a half now, I think. We have aminos, we have multivitamins, CBD, coffee. Factor 4 is an inflammatory product that is, we've taken this to multiple doctors have come back and said, this is the best inflammation product on the market. We've got protein, we've got skincare, we've got multivitamins, magnesium, D3K2, we've got energy products, and we're adding more all the time. We've got collagen coming out. We've got these patches coming out. We've got cleaning products coming out. We've got skincare products coming out. And so this stuff that people are already using, already paying too much for, we have. That is why people are coming here, 3,000 to 7,000 people every single day and saying, absolutely, I want to be a part of this. And like I said, there's way more coming, but imagine getting paid on every Amazon or Costco membership. That's what this new membership model of building a company is. Now, everybody has Amazon right now and everybody already has Costco, right? But what if you could go back to when Amazon already had 300 or 400,000 people? And Amazon said, you know what, if you start referring people, we're going to pay you for every person you refer, but then we're going to pay you for every person that they refer and they refer and they refer and they refer. And Amazon now has, I think it may be more, it's 200 million people or something like that. Something crazy, it might be more, I don't know. But what if you got paid, and go back to the shareholder income. What if you got the shareholder income on 200 million people? What do you think that would be? Even if it's a tiny fraction, it's a lot. Think about what Tim's was on less than 400,000 people. Absolutely insane what you can do here with this membership model, because it just makes sense. That 33 cents a day is humongous, multiplied down generations and generations and generations of people, as you've already seen. One of two questions you probably have, and I'm going to end this thing. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to bring some people out at the end for sure. But I've got a couple questions. And right now I want you to, if you haven't registered for your free spot, I want you to at least start thinking about securing that free spot, because there have been people piling in this entire presentation. So whoever brought you here invited other people too. And if you didn't get your free spot and they got it before you, they're time-stamped ahead of you. You can never get that back. That's the scarcity. The urgency is if you don't pay by tomorrow, then you lose that spot altogether and you go to the bottom. You can still sign up at any time. You can sign up at any time. It just makes more sense to do it right away because you're missing out on less. The question one maybe you have is, does this work? Nearly 400,000 paid members. Says the community at large has voted with their credit cards, and yes, they want what we have, so it works. We've got up to 7,000 paid members every single day, so it works. We're averaging at least 2 brand new 6-figure earners every single week. Over 5,000 brand new paychecks every single week. 5,000 brand new pay. Most companies don't pay out 5,000 people ever. We have 5,000 brand new paychecks every single week. And the products inside of that membership work so well. Even though we don't have to buy a single product ever, the average order is 5 products right now. 5 products. Even though we don't have to order anything. Over the math, over 400,000 people says anytime there's an order, it's an average of 5 products. Even though we don't have to order anything ever. Because the products are less and because they are higher quality. It's an amazing combination. When it can cost less and be higher quality, what a combination. Because we are leveraging membership. We're not reaching into people's pockets to pay commissions. We are leveraging memberships instead. And that model, I'm telling you, is changing the entire industry. So here's some people who have achieve some amazing results. Jenny has already created $2,000 in income. Amar, $5,000. Mohit, $25,000. Jessa, $3,000. Ryan, $3,000. Christopher, $50,000 and grow. All of these are growing, by the way, $50,000 and growing on a 33 cents per day business. Cornelius, $50,000 and growing on a 33 cents per day business. Edward, $30,000 and growing. Fernand, $40,000 and growing. Kelly, $80,000 and growing. And you've seen Tim already, who is over $300,000 and growing, because I told you, he is now up to nearly $100,000 a month. That's what he earned last month, and he'll get that next month too, and he'll keep getting it and getting it, and he'll be growing and growing and growing and growing after 6 months on a 33 cents per day business. So yes, it absolutely works. I'm going to bring out Rob here in a little bit. I know Rob has done over $10,000. The other question, can I do it? Well, can you do simple copy and paste daily activities that take you less than 1 hour a day? No tech, no building websites, no having to write copy, no having to do amazing presentations, no having to build sales funnels and lead magnets and websites and capture pages, and all of the hard, techy, time-consuming, expensive stuff is done for you. Can you do a couple of simple activities every single day that can be as simple as copy and paste? For example, sending people an email that I wrote today, because that's what I love to do, right? Can you do that? Can you send people to a presentation that you don't have to give? If you are saying yes to these things, get back to the person who invited you to this presentation, because you are losing spots. That's the urgency of this. People are coming into that line after you or before you if you're not in. If you're in after you, they will stay after you as long as by tomorrow you actually lock in your spot and get started. But at least secure that free spot, because every person after you stays after you in this business. That's how it works. So I want to do a quick recap, and then I want to bring some people out because I want you to hear some people from this community. A quick recap: income potential. Again, we're up to 7,000 paid members per day, and you can eventually, when I talk about that shareholder income, you can eventually get paid on all of them, every single one of them. Currently averaging at least 2 brand new 6-figure earners every single week, over 5,000 brand new paychecks every week, over 400,000 total members in 6 months. That hasn't been done in this industry ever. In the history of time, it hasn't been done. We'll do 1 million by the end of the year. Nobody's ever done 1 million inside of a year. Nobody. Incredible incomes, like I said, up to $100,000 or nearly $100,000 in a single month. From the membership side, no auto ships, no customer requirements. You buy what you want when you want it because you love it. You save big and create cash flow. You create cash flow on the stuff you're already buying, and you get the highest quality products at the lowest prices, and you get it all for 33 cents per day. It doesn't matter if you're coming here for the products or you're coming here for the business. 33 cents per day is absolutely just crazy to me what we're doing here in terms of products and income for 33 cents a day.